So for everybody, tonight we're going to review the scavenger hunt, and then in August we're going to do Tony Sweet is going to do long exposure and intentional camera movement for us. And then in September, we're talking about doing a printing exhibit. So I've got a quick question for everyone. If we do have this printing exhibit, we need people to participate. I mean, how many people really think they would actually bring something in to hang? Okay, you'll try. Yeah.
I definitely will.
Yeah, and what we're going to do is probably, it'll look like a clothesline. You're going to hang them just like they're doing out here in the exhibit hall with just clips. So you definitely don't want to use a frame. It won't matter. You can hang them and, oops, sorry. We just put them on like whatever the gator board stuff or whatever. Yeah, you won't want to use anything heavier than gator board. But if you just want to just print them, we'll just put a weight on the bottom and hold them. But I'm going to probably send out an email and ask how many people, because if if we have 5 people participate, it won't be worth doing. We change and do something different. But I'll send an email. We'll get an actual count. So we're going to try one more time with that woman from North Carolina. Yes, but boy, her schedule, I think it's probably going to be next March. I tried to fit her in any other upcoming meetings for the rest of the year, and unless we do it on an off night and just do it via Zoom. So, yeah. Which is an option. Yeah. Okay. So real quickly, each month I've been kind of doing this, like a few little tidbits about printing. So tonight, we're going to talk pixels and dots and ratios real quickly before we get to the scavenger hunt. So pixels are what comes out of the camera, pixels per inch. So that's the input to your photo. But when you're talking about printing, you're talking about dots per inch. And a lot of people get those terms mixed around. Even printers will tell you to send something so many pixels per inch or dots per inch, which is really incorrect. But you do want to, if you send anything to a printer, you probably need to be 240 to 300 pixels per inch what you're sending. So, but again, don't confuse those two terms. And this is a little bit about how many megapixels you need for the size you want to print. So for an example, I mean, if you look at the 20 by 30 and you print at 300, if you send it in at 300, sized at 300 pixels per inch, you need 54 megapixels to print a 20 by 30 without any pixelation. So it takes a lot of pixels. Now you can do all kinds of things. You can drop down the pixels per inch on your output. But again, how far you're viewing it from, and also in today's world, we can all upsample. Charlotte has a question.
It just seems kind of counterintuitive to me that if you're putting a 20 by 30, you have 300 PPI, you need more megapixels.
Yeah. Yeah, because no, you won't get equal results. Okay. I'm just saying, if you print it at 180 pixels per inch, so yeah, and again, if you stand back from it a little, so if y'all have ever been in Brookover's gallery, he's really printing things at 300 pixels per inch. I mean, he's sending it to his printer at very high resolution, but then he's shooting a 100 megapixel camera for a lot of those photos. Or oh no, it's gonna, yeah. But again, if you go, I want to print something really big, if people are going to be far away from it, then you can get by with lower pixels per inch on your output. But you don't want to specify, hey, print at 180 dots per inch. That will throw the printer completely off and it'll look terrible. So this is all talking about what you would send to the printer. But again, if you want to, like, the people who walk in up there, I watch them, they walk up and get this far from a picture. And if you want to, if you're going to have them looking at 6 inches, then you need very high resolution and you need a lot of megapixels. And again, like I said, if you're shooting a panorama, you have more because or if you've photo stacked, you might have more resolution to work with. And again, you can upscale using some of the new software tools also. But things to keep in mind when you're getting ready to print. Oh, well, like I said, if you're upscaling things, so you can actually increase, the software looks at what you have and then tries to guess. It tries to stick pixels in between your pixels. So yeah, it's voodoo. That's and the other thing to keep in mind when you're going to print something and send it to a printer is, your ratios are an issue. So a camera's ratio is 3:2. In other words, it's the long side is 3, the vertical side is 2. And that doesn't match hardly any standard
Man, Rosie.
printing that you do or any frame sizes. Because you look, a 3:2 matches a 6:4 print. It doesn't match a 5:7 or an 8:10 or an 11:14 for that matter. So you're going to always either wind up losing some of your image because it's outside the printing area, or you're going to lose paper because you're inside and then it's not going to match the frame. So you'd have to play all this game with the ratio to make things fit into, and especially if you want to fit things into standard frames, because you use non-standard frames, they get much more expensive. So anyhow, things to keep in mind when you're getting ready to send something off to a printer. It won't really matter because we're going to just be hanging raw photos. Yes. Okay, tonight we've got 10 categories. And so what we're going to do is go through each one of them separately. And we'll make 2 pass-throughs. And on the second one, you'll need to start voting. And then vote for only 1 photo in each category, okay? And I'll try to keep track of them here. Unfortunately, Becky's not online, so you people who are, I was going to say for the people on Zoom to send their votes to Becky Hawkins, but she can't get on right now. So I'll try to catch those in a chat. So send your votes in the chat to me, David. And we'll get started here in just a second. Oh, yeah, and for the people in the room here and the people on Zoom, I'd suggest you grab a piece of paper because we're going to be looking at the names and you may want to write down what you're voting for. So. Do what? Yeah. All right, we're going to get started on the first pass through. Oops. I know you're going to get to see people's names. I hope that doesn't, but on the first pass, you won't. So we're going to look at each photo for 5, 6, 7 seconds. This one is light, exceptional use of light.
I'm covering this up.
I'm done.
It's all.
Yep.
So for somebody on Zoom has their mic open and we can hear you talking. Okay. So this time you're going to get to see the names. You might want to write the name down of the one you're voting for. So
So the name of the photographer.
no, just write down the name. Like this one is Fire Flash.
So, hey, David,
Yes.
was there like, did all the images just go by? Is that was, I didn't see anything move except for the
Oh.
screen that says scoring.
Okay. So y'all, the people on Zoom didn't see anything?
I didn't.
I didn't.
Okay. Well, let me go. We'll start over again.
Sorry.
Oh, Becky, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll go back then since you're back online for people when they vote. For the people on Zoom, send your votes, the name of the piece you're voting for, one vote per category, send them to Becky via chat. All right.
David, are we going to put all our votes on one paper?
I'm just going to ask you guys for a show of hands. I just want you to be able to keep track. Yeah. Huh?
They were supposed to be two different categories, then they put two pictures in one category. They put it in a different category. That just does that way sometimes.
Okay, just real quickly. So for the people on Zoom, can y'all see Lightroom now?
Yes.
Yes, but we're also seeing the name of the photographer.
Yep, you're gonna get to see that. So, but
Okay.
pay attention to the name of the photo. That one is Fire Flash. So for the people on Zoom, we're gonna go through this real quickly one more time. Everybody else, y'all get to see them a third time. So. Oh, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? It's in the wrong one? Well, it was a creative use of light. Well, yeah, but it was creative use of light or exceptional use of light. Okay, so I'm sorry, I must have misunderstood which category you wanted then. Okay. All right, we're going to go through them again once for the people on Zoom. So,
David, you're missing 3 according to the files that you sent me.
what do you mean we're missing 3?
Well, you're showing 9 photos there, and I have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 that you sent me.
Mine's not there.
There's 8. Huh. Well, I don't know. I have a good answer for that. That had 11. They printed out. Sorry. My bad. Here we go. I'll go through them again. I was going off of a file, not off what's in Lightroom. Sorry, folks. We're gonna see these a bunch here. Okay, all right. See, there you are now. All right, now we saw everyone. Do I need to go through them one more time since we didn't have everything to start with? Okay. So so everybody online, send your vote to Beck, and then for here, anybody voting for the Fire Flash? Coming around the mountain. Sunbeams. Okay, lights. Oh, okay, it's a light bulb with the sun coming up. Oh, and then this one, I think is called 4th of July. Okay, then Pinnacles. Tropical Glow. Coming Through the Mist. Foggy Morning. Topped Off Sunset. And then Battle Mountain. Okay, did everybody vote on something? Feel like I didn't get, I got less votes than I got people in here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Beck, which ones do you have there? What are the votes?
I have 3 votes for Sunbeam and 1 vote for 4th of July.
Okay. Like Sunbeam's got that one. So, all right. I'm going to go into the next category because we got a lot of ground to cover here. So the next category is majestic. We'll start full frame first without the names and then just kind of try to remember. Okay, we're gonna go back to the start. This time you can see the names of the pieces. Okay. Yep, okay, so any votes for something mighty? Yep, okay. Oh, wait, I gotta change pages here. And I don't know what this is, Dedifos. Just you wait. Big boy. A little cloudy. Night spires. Into oblivion. Horsepower. Thunderheads. Thousand-Year-Old Patriarch. And Majestic Moran. Okay, Becky, on your side, what do you have?
I have 2 for Big Boy, 1 for Night Spires, and 1 for Horsepower.
Okay. Okay, that was 1 for Night Spires, 2 for Horsepower, 2 for Big Boy, and what was the other one? Or was there another one?
I had 1 for Night Spires, 1 for Horsepower, and 2 for Big Boy.
Okay. Alrighty. And that was the Majestic category. Anybody have any quick questions, comments? Yeah. Okay, this one is, the next category is blur or intentional camera movement. Oops. Yeah, creative. It's intentional camera movement, excuse me. Okay, here's a second pass through. Okay, we'll go through one more time. Everybody gets a chance to vote. So you want to start tallying the votes locally?
Yes.
So, all right. Voting for taking off. Canter. The swirl. Which, by the way, I want to know what that is. Okay. Oh. Technicolored flowers. Okay, you're getting their votes.
Are they passing them? Are they writing?
Oh, no, no, you just raise their hand.
Then no.
Okay,
You're raising them very high.
okay. Let's see,
We'll
you
go
voted
from
for
here.
one earlier. For which one? The swirl.
Okay.
Okay. Pin cushion. The steeple. Reflections. Get two there. Monet. Reach for the sun. Golden white dream. Stars and stripes. Tree by a stream. Tulips. And in the hood. All right. And Becky, what did you have up on the online vote?
Okay, I had one vote for taking off, one vote for Cantor, one vote for the swirl, and one vote for the Technicolor flowers.
Okay. So who took that category? Is there
There's a tie between two.
okay, cool. Which ones were they?
Swirl and reflection.
All right. So we had a tie on that one between swirl and reflection. All right, silhouettes. Why is that green thing there? All right. Okay, here's a second pass with the names. Okay, so any votes for top of the world? Heading out. Safari Sundowner. That's a nice photo. Eclipse. Roping the Sun. Okay. Grand Silhouette. Tide Out. The White House. Where's my horse? Morning Stretch. Hot Dog. Home of the Braves. All right. So Becky, what do you have for the online vote?
Okay, I have 1 for Safari Sundowner, 2 for Roping the Sun, and 1 for Morning Stretch.
All right, what you got? Ooh,
The sun.
Roping the Sun. Okay. Next category, opposites. This is one where we had the fewest amount of entries. So let's hang on. So, all right, we'll go through these. Yeah, we had a lot of interpretation. Okay, here they are with the names. I have to say, we have some clever namers around here. Yeah. All right. All right. Any votes for new versus old flight? Yep. Hunter gatherer. Square versus round. Pros. Flora and fauna. Trio. Two forks. To the point. Okay. So what did you have, Becky?
I had one vote for each of these. New versus old, square versus round, two forks, and to the point.
And to the point. Okay. And let's see. All right, we're on to curves. And we'll go back and talk about some of these when we get finished here, but we'll get through the voting.
Hey, David,
Yes.
I think there are some people that are lost on Zoom.
When you say lost, what do you mean?
The Zoom link in today's email is a different room than this room.
It's actually, if they go in manually, like Tim Cully told me to do, I was able to get in, whereas I wasn't able to before. It is the
Right.
right one, but
But,
if they manually punch it in, they're good.
But I got a couple of emails, and I'm seeing, since we have so few people, that I don't know how to check the other room because I'm not the host. But
When you say another room, where would the other room? I mean, I don't understand.
so
We've
when
only
I
got
clicked,
that.
when I clicked on the link from the email today, it says the host is using another Zoom room or something like that.
Yeah, Becky got that same message. I think this is a Zoom problem because the links aren't different.
Well, they are, because when I went to the website, I clicked on the link and I came right here.
All right, I'll look into it, but I mean, we can't, it's
All right.
not anything I can solve right now for sure,
Okay.
so,
Want to let you know.
okay. Okay, yeah, and this category is curves. All right, here's our second pass. Okay, here we go with the voting. So fish catcher. Votes. Railroad track to somewhere. Nap time. On borrowed time. Disappearing act. Oh, am I going too fast? All right. Inviting forest path. Puente La Reina. Ancient canals. Labyrinth. Curvy. Flat Creek curves. Tanked. All right. Becky, what did you have?
Okay, I had 2 votes for nap time and 2 votes for labyrinth.
Labyrinth. Takes the Oscar. You'll have to tell us what made those funny furrows, so. But we'll come back to that. All right, we're on to vintage. Second time through. Looks like Mater, doesn't it? Okay. All right, any votes for America? The truck. Out to pasture. Ford tractor. Back in the day. Ford Grimace. Path to the past. Swish. Two gals. Water wheel. Marching into the storm. School's out forever. Grills want to have fun. All right. So Becky, what did you have? Becky, are you still there?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Okay.
I was just one more came in.
Okay.
I have 2 for Ford Grimace, 1 for Swish, and 1 for Two Gals.
Two gals. Two gals. All right. Okay, we're on to small. If somebody can tell me how to get rid of that green box, I don't know where it came from. I've not seen that. Huh? Oh, it's a Zoom thing? Second time through. Okay. So hitching a ride, any votes? just passing through. Water lily fly. Water droplets. Colorful summer. Bambi. Shroom fly. The swarm. Small bud. Top of its world. And let us know what you've got, Becky, when you're ready.
Waiting for one more, hold on. Okay, we have one for just passing through. And 3 for water lily fly.
Water lily fly. All right. Next category is flame or fire. Oh, you got it. All right, second pass. Okay. Any votes for Fire Flash? Rockwell, Fireworks. Margaritaville. Pit box. Flame, or chest, sorry. Flame chest. Campfire. The Orion Nebula. At the Lodge. Sambuca and coffee. A lot of hot air. Torched. All right. Let us know what you've got. Becky, when you're ready.
Okay, I have one for Rockwell, one for Margaritaville, and two for Pit Box.
Margaritaville. Yeah. We all wish we were there. All right. Our last category. So use of light and dark. Or the Italian word that I don't think I pronounced correctly. Terrascudo. All right, here we go.
Hey, David,
Yes.
could you read the description of this category?
Like I said, it comes from an Italian word, the Renaissance painters. It's the use of light and shadow to accentuate or show your subject.
Thank you.
That helps.
Yes.
All right. There's our second pass. Okay. All right, any votes for Mercado? Vale Falls? Run Faster? Heaven's Pot of Gold? Winter Wonder? Little America's Cup? The King? Powwow? Clyde? And the Singer? Forsaken? And Misty Morning. All right. Whenever you're ready, Becky.
Okay, I have 2 for Little America's Cup. I have 1 for Powwow and 1 for Misty Morning.
The tie with,
Little America's Cup and Clyde.
we got the tie with Clyde and Little America's Cup. So anyhow, so that's everything, but let's take a moment to chat. Which category, you want to start at the first? Does anybody have any comments about anything in the use of light that would like to go over? No? I will say this, there's going to be a prize for the winner in each category. What I'll do is I'll get with y'all. If anybody's out of town, we may have to adjust something, but if you're in town, I'll mail them to you, and there'll be something you could use in this town of Jackson. But if you don't live in Jackson, do what? A pencil. Well, you're getting more than a pencil, but then we'll put an overall winner in the next newsletter. So I've got a spreadsheet. We'll tally up all the scores and see who got the most votes. So anyhow, anything anybody want to talk about in this exceptional use of light? Yeah, so this one, the sunbeams, I agree. That one struck me when I saw it come in. Ray's one of our members that lives in North Carolina, I believe. So yeah, he's a really good photographer too. But yeah, that's a exceptional picture. I'd like to. I wish he was here so we could ask him something about it.
I'm actually here now.
Oh,
Okay.
hey Ray. Well,
Hey,
where did
hey,
you
David.
take this? And
Well, it's on a trip to Iceland I took, let's see, 6 years ago on a guided tour. And this is I'm sorry, but I can't remember the name, but I could find it on the web. But it's a set of black sand, grass growing on it, and a set of mountains off to the left. And I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. That's really what it is.
great, it's a great shot. So, all right.
Ray, did you do anything in particular in processing that?
Actually, a little bit. It was plus with some advice from some of my colleagues in the Chapel Hill Camera Club, in terms of trying to make sure that there was enough contrast to show the light beams versus the dark sky versus everything else. But it was mainly just playing around with it to try and get the best out of it that I could. There was a little bit of junk down on the lower left-hand side that I got rid of, but the rest of it was the same way.
That's really beautiful.
Thank
Nice
you.
job.
And which one was our winner in that category? Was it right? Yeah. Oh,
I only have
no. All right. We'll come back to that. So this next category was majestic, something majestic. Anybody have a comment about or want to talk about any of the particular photos? I want to ask Arnie where he found the moose levitating through the grass there.
That is actually about 10 feet from my living room window.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's in the backyard.
Who won this category?
You can give them to me and I'll tell you, but I don't have those.
Did I not give them to you? Okay, hang on, stand by.
And then maybe another one.
Ah. Oh, we had a tie between Big Boy. Make sure I got that right. So Beth took this one. Where'd you take that?
Oak Branch Flats, up by Moran.
Let's see. You had the appropriate long lens on, so we won't give you a hard time about being too
Right.
close.
Yes. Actually, I did. You can see even.
Yeah,
even in the-
Yeah, I saw it. And then the other one was, I guess, horsepower, so Michael's recent trip to France, so. Oops. Any other comments?
I'd like to ask Benny how she got that. It's an original company story. Another post.
Oops.
The first part in Australia is to go out there and sleeps and
So Benny was saying she shot that at a reptile. Yeah, all right. We had a question here in the gallery, so.
It's not like the simple people that come to me actually produce them down there.
Oh,
They all wear snakes and crocs and lizards and everything. They collect the down spiders. And then it's processed by a company to,
Oh.
it's one of the biggest companies in the world because they're really cool. The artist started it.
so who took?
Swirl
Swirl,
and reflection.
all right. So- Did you turn the camera or?
Spin the camera and zoom in a little bit.
So Tim's saying you spin the camera and then zoom in. Really unique looking. How many tries did you have at that?
I took a bunch of different ones.
Yeah.
It was something I saw online once for this guy. It was a video I saw online, but your camera does it for you. You just set it to multiple exposure and it'll do however many you want.
It looks like you had 12 exposures.
No, my camera does 10. Yeah, but you can do any number. I've done another one with like.
And what was the other one?
Reflection.
Yeah, so this is Beth's. Should we move the camera up or down?
Neither, it's a reflection.
Oh, it is a reflection.
It's
It's
reflection.
only the reflection.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you look how fast it was,
Oh, yeah.
that's up at Cattleman's. It's got great reflections. And then I flipped it. So then it
Where-
looks like the tree.
Where was that taken?
Cattleman's?
At Cattleman's.
Yep. Right. It was hard to hear what Tim said about how he shot the swirl.
He basically said he did multiple exposures while turning the camera
Turning the camera and zooming in. a little bit.
and zooming at the same time.
But your camera probably does it for you. Your camera probably has a setting buried in your menu that you don't know about that does this.
Did you catch that?
I caught most of it. What's the setting that's hiding in our camera? What's it called?
It's multiple exposure.
Okay,
You can set it and your camera will kind of stack them for you or something.
All right. Silhouettes or backlight. Who was our winner on this? I think it's, okay. Yeah, I don't know if Ed's online or not. Very well done photo, though.
I'm curious if that was a true silhouette or if it was darkened, because it almost looks like it was darkened. The subject was, because you can
Yeah.
still see some detail unless I'm looking at the dirt on my screen.
Well, as we all know, in the peer mentor silhouette thing, we've had a lot of discussion about those in the past. So. Any other comments? Anybody want to say anything there?
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how much Michael paid to get that. Yeah. Okay, and here our category that had the least entries, opposites. I guess our winner was what, Arnold? Yeah. So what do you got to say, Arnold? Did you just stumble across this photo? He's gone dark on us. Are you there? You were there earlier.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. I say, did you just stumble across this while you were walking down the road or what?
No, I actually saw this online a couple days ago. And I didn't really have anything as far as opposites that I knew of anyway. So picked these two pencils up and a couple of black and white paper and shot that yesterday. Pretty lame, huh?
All right. And curves. Ah. All right, Becky. You gotta tell us where this was. I'm still trying to figure out how you plow a field that looks like that.
I took this in Hawaii and it's a walking labyrinth. And I think just from all the walking, it was kind of a field in a field, but it was set up specifically for a walking labyrinth. And I think, the mud and the stones that were in there are just from people walking. But it was, I think, originally plowed out. It looks like it was anyway, when we were there, originally plowed out to be a labyrinth. So, just a meditative kind of thing.
Okay, so in vintage. Which one?
Yeah.
2 gals. And that is this one, right? So Tim, tell us where you got that one.
Okay, yep, that was a small little pueblo that I was walking through a town in northern Spain.
Wow. Did they throw anything at you for taking their picture?
Actually, that was a poster on a wall.
Oh, really?
But I really
Well,
like
let's
that. That was it was a couple of good looking gals.
That's funny. That was the only. Okay. All right. Small, who was our winner there? Yeah, Becky. Were you floating when you took this?
I was in a canoe on this small lake up in Montana, and just in the middle of a lily field and water lily field, and just happened to catch the fly.
All right. Flame and Fire, who was our winner here? Oh, Penny. Yep. So. Yeah, you got a nice job on that flame though. Oops, sorry. Uh, yeah. Yeah, and so I think this category, we had what, 2 things on drinks, right? And the last one. Who was our winner here?
It was Times, America's Little Cup, and Fly.
So Arnold. This behind your house?
This is at Fremont Lake, a few miles from our house. Yeah, they do. This is an annual sailboat race event. They've been doing it for 30 or 40 years or whatever. And this was shot with a monochrome Leica camera.
If I was those guys, I'd be headed the other direction from that cloud.
It really, it looks worse than it really was, but it is pretty dramatic looking, I think.
Who was the other one? Oh, Clyde. Oh, I took this.
Fly really, and it fits the category.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's my son's dog. So he's one of his rare moments where he held still for a second. So except when he's asleep, but I got him to look at me. But yeah, he was across the room, wadded up in a blanket. So well, cool. Although we had a lot of good photos. Anything anybody else wants to add on some of the other photos, or? And like I said, I'll gather up all the winners and I'll get in touch with you for your very exclusive prize. So. And we're gonna do a prize for whoever got the biggest total of votes too. So we'll get all that together. It'll take. Don't want to keep you any longer than while we process numbers, but anyhow.
I have a
so
quick
thank
question
everybody
for,
yeah.
I have a quick question for Tim Labasi on that powwow photo. That is
Oh,
just
yeah.
stunning. was that on a stage somewhere and did you,
That's
Um,
at the Center for the Arts.
wow,
Yeah, they did a dance thing at the Center for the Arts one night, and then they did the whole powwow at Snow King the second day. So yeah, the lighting was really, really good. I was surprised it came out that well, because it's kind of shot at a pretty high ISO.
Are they both in the air at the same time?
Pretty much, yeah. I think the kid might be on the ground, but yeah.
It, on first impression, it looks like they're both in the air.
Yeah.
Because of the short.
was that this year?
Yeah, that was in June. Yeah.
What? And at a 400th of a second, so it's. Yeah, great photo. Oh, we had some really good. Yeah, it's not that.
Used to be.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Not anymore, so. Well, how'd everybody like the scavenger hunt once we changed the rules? If we did it where you really just had to go out and shoot, do you need more like 2 months to do it or a year? Beth says a year. Yeah,
David, this is Ray. At the Chapel Hill Club, we do it over the summer. We start in June and people submit the pictures in the end of August.
okay. Yeah, we'll try to give everybody more lead time next time, and
It was like $10. Wasn't it?
it was 3 weeks. Yeah,
I think the summer would be good, or
summer, okay,
you could do it in the winter. You could do it over the winter. Just have to change the categories.
yeah. To all black and white.
Yeah.
Shadows, black and white. All right. Well, thanks everybody for participating. And yeah, I thought we had some really interesting photos. I was surprised how many iPhone shots we had. I mean, may not have noticed that, but yeah, I mean, I shot the one of those clouds in eastern Wyoming while I was driving in my pickup at 80 miles an hour. So yeah, I just was like, man, that's amazing. Click. Huh? Oh yeah, there was a lot of cropping and yeah, and I did it a couple times because there was bugs on the windshield. Shoot.
Done that before too.
But I was at a fairly, not anybody close to me, so I could. Yeah, it's an iPhone photo was moving 75 miles an hour or so. Yeah. But yeah, I noticed there was quite a few iPhone photos, including Tim's poster shot. That was. I was amazed that you got that in a window with 2 people looking, and now you tell me it's a poster. Anyhow, all right. Well, we'll let everybody go. Thanks. Have a good evening, and hopefully the
Thank you, David.
yeah, hopefully the traffic is cleared out here in Jackson. We had a major traffic jam getting here, so. Yeah.
Thanks,
All right.
David.
All right,
See
thanks
you.
for everything.
See you later.